And I want to tell you something, good news I got for you, bro, because he lived there. It was in Pennsylvania. I know where you live. I got a family member of mine. We're going to put a deposit on a house right near you. That's where the I'm going to live. You don't know where I live. Well, we'll see in the morning. We'll wave to each other. Good morning. Hey guys, again, I'm talking, I got a lot of questions about prison and all this stuff and when I got out, how I got out, what happened. So I'm going to take it like about a month and a half, 2 months before I got out. I went to a sick hall and they took blood tests and did all these things because I'm about to get out. So they called me back a week or two after. And they told me that I had, what's that cancer of the blood is like, what, leukemia or something like that. Leukemia, you have cancer of the blood. Wow. I'm getting out in 4 or 5 weeks. After almost 18 years in prison, and I got cancer on the way out. What a trip this is, bro. I go back in and I tell 1 or 2 of the guys. So it gets closer and closer to me getting out, and I talk on the phone to Deb, and I said, listen, you're going to be there to pick me up? Yeah, we're sending you an airline ticket and all of this so you could get back to Arizona. I said, great. Listen, when you meet me at the airport, don't have the grandkids there. Just you, Karen, and Gerard, because I got something to tell you. What is it? Listen, I don't really want to discuss it right now on the phone, and but it's something that I need to tell you, Karen and Gerard, alone, without the kids, without anything. And and I don't want to talk about it on the phone. I'm just going to tell you to do it that way for me. All right? Yeah. So I figured, I don't want to have them worried or whatever, or have the kids there for sure, because I'm going to tell them, listen, I got, I'm coming out, but I got cancer. I'm waiting for an answer. How long do I got to live? 2 months, 3 months. What's your diagnosis? I'm waiting for answers from the doctors. I'm breaking balls with the doctors there and everything. So anyway, it's a couple of days before I'm going to get out. And I'm making arrangements. I'm giving some of my stuff to other inmates, things I have, because I'm going to get out. So people I know in prison, friends, or people who got nothing, I give them some, whatever I had. My commissary money, I had $430 in my account. They have to give me that money. And they got an airline ticket, and they're going to give me the airline ticket. If it was up to them, if I had no money, they would put me on a bus to go home. But I had an airline ticket, so I didn't need them or the bus. So I get called in to the doctor's office. All right, I'm going to hear the rest of it. And I walk in, hey, doc, hey, Gravano, how long do I got? He said, what do you mean? To live, what do you mean? I got cancer, I got leukemia, how long do I got? He said, no, the other test came back and it was a misdiagnosis. You don't have it. Well, I'll be a motherfucker. I'm worried like a bastard for 2 months, upon a month and a half. I got people waiting. I have no grandchildren. A couple of nights I'm in tears. Oh, in fucking 18 years, I got to die 3 months, 3 weeks after I get out. So all of that bullshit. I get out and I get the lieutenant, this guy Angelini, unit manager, real prick, is going to take me out 4 o'clock in the morning with the captain and 2 guards. Now he never comes and does that, but now this morning he's going to do it. My pillow, I gave it to somebody. Pillows are hard to come by in prison. I had a good one. A guy made it for me. They steal stuffing. They get a sheet. They make a pillow out of it. They sew it. I pay for it. So I gave it to somebody. Where is your pillow? It's in the cell. No, it's not. Put a report out. I think it's stolen. So fuck him. So anyway, we're going to go out. I get in the car with them. So we're pulling out of the prison. And he said, Gravano, I want to ask you for a favor. You're going to ask me for a favor. All right, what? What do you want? Tell us what's going on inside the joint. You're in the Indian ceremonies. What's going on? We pray. We pass a peace pipe around. We smoke. And no, you must take. You sneak tobacco back? Not that I know of. Well, what about in the rest of the prison? You know everybody in here. Hey, listen, go and fuck yourself, bro. You want me to tell you what they're doing as I'm walking out of prison so you could go back and fucking break balls? You don't need me to break balls. And I want to tell you something. Good news I got for you, bro, because he lived there. It was in Pennsylvania. I know where you live. I got a family member of mine. We're going to put a deposit on a house right near you. That's where the fuck I'm going to live. You don't know where I live. Well, we'll see. In the morning, we'll wave to each other. Good morning, every morning. He's probably having a heart attack. So the captain is there and he's driving the car. And he says, Angelini, he don't want to be bothered, obviously. Buck him. So they go to this tiny little airport. Now they gave me a card, like a credit card looked like. But there's my picture on it, my name, Salvatore Gravano. That's it. That's it, nothing. No documents, no papers. And I have my airline ticket. And I have $430 that they had to give me. I got it in my pocket. And I said, you're going to drop me off at this airport here? Yeah. Don't they ask for ID or when you get on the plane? You got that card. The card's not, it's nothing. It's not an ID. It's not like a driver's license. Give me some documentation. Nothing. No. What if I can't get on the plane? You're out of prison. It's your fucking problem. I said, all right. So I go in the airport and I go to the desk. It's a small, a bullshit little airport. I think fucking helicopters coming in and out of this fucking place. So I go there and the woman tells me, you have ID? I give her a card. That's not ID. Do you have any kind of ID? Any paperwork, anything? No. She said, did you just come out of the prison? This is like 4 o'clock in the morning already. I said, yes, I did. She said, they're really pricks over there. She picks up the phone and she calls somebody. A man comes. She said, give him a body check. The guy pats me down. She said, you're going to get me fired, but get on the fucking plane. She got me through. But the plane didn't go straight to Arizona. It went to Philadelphia, where I have to get another flight. So I'm in Philadelphia. Now I'm saying to myself, how do I get on the next flight? I mean, this is a bigger airport. I think they'll be a little more secure or whatever. Across from me, there's a guy, a girl, 2 girls, and a man sitting next to me. And they're talking to each other. They know each other. They're going to Arizona, waiting for the same flight I'm waiting for. And they tell him, we'll be right back. We're going to go to the ladies' room. So the woman gets up, probably his wife and the 2 kids, and they leave. A couple of minutes goes by. He says, you know how they are, women. They take forever. I says, yeah. Well, they went to the bathroom. He says, I got to go. I'm busted. Now he's got her bags, their bags, his bags, all the bags are there. So I said, go to the bedroom. I'll watch the bags. We're sitting here. I mean, go ahead. You sure? Go ahead. He goes, he leaves. They come back while he's gone. Where's the guy? I forgot his name. So they went to the bedroom. And he left all these bags here alone? No, he left them with me. Who are you? I said, I don't know. What's the difference who I am? I watched the bags. They're right there. Nobody robbed them. Nobody touched them. You searched them yourself. Do what you want. I always get into this fucking weird situations. I don't know why, but I'm always in weird situations. So anyway, now he comes back. He thanks me. And then she apologizes and thanks me. And so the plane is going to go. They call for the flight, and they get up and they're walking. So I said, let me just walk with them. I got in with them, talking with them, ran in between all of them. I figured when we could just go through like a family. But it didn't work. Everybody had to show an ID. I didn't have an ID. I showed the woman the card, and I'm talking to her, and I'm telling her I got out of prison, and she didn't want to hear nothing. There was a black guy, tall guy. He had a police uniform on. He's security in the airport. And he said, he probably saw my tattoos and whatever. He says, did you just come from the prison? And yeah, that's how I got here. How much time did you do? Almost 18 years. He tells the woman, they let him through from there to here. Let him on. Let him on the plane. Are you going to search him? No, they must have searched him. He don't need to get on the plane. Good luck, bro. I couldn't believe it. Thanks, bro. I really appreciate it. And I got on the plane. How I got home with like this, when I told people at home, I showed them the card, lawyers and people, they couldn't even believe it. I don't know how the fuck it happened, but I got home. So I got home and I had $430 in my pocket. When I got busted in Arizona, they took everything from us. Houses, cars, clothes, anything, jewelry, everything we had. So when I get back to Arizona, I have nothing. Zero. $430 in my pocket, prison clothes. And of course, my family bought me sneakers and jeans and T-shirts. That's why half the times you always see me in T-shirts. I got 8 million T-shirts. So T-shirts and things like that, pajamas, bathing suit, bullshit things they bought me. So my daughter said that you could stay with me. She had a house here. So I'm obviously moved into there. Now, I needed to get state insurance or something. They didn't release my records from the prison, so I couldn't get state insurance. And so my daughter says that you were in the Army, let's go to veterans. Maybe we could get in over there. And that's what I did. I went to the veterans. I had no money, so I went and stood online with 8,000 other people to get food stamps. And I got food stamps. I got my first check, was when $92, and I gave it to her. I says, yeah, let's buy food. At least I can give you that. I have no money. And we went to get Social Security. I was approved for Social Security, and my food stamps was cut because I'm making over $1,000 a month. I couldn't get an apartment. I'm Sammy the Bull. I'm on parole. I mean, just getting out of prison. I couldn't get an apartment if I stood on my head. So I'm with my daughter. I don't really care. And why I'm saying about this is that, not for anybody to feel sorry for me, but I think about how many guys get out of prison and don't have Deborah, my daughter, my son, my grandchildren, don't have that little bit of support system that they're standing on lines, driving me places. I didn't have a car, and Deborah had a car. She gave me her car to drive. And my son had a little shit car. She took that car. So I said, well, give me the shit car. She said, no, I only go to work in Fry's, the supermarket. I need the car just to go from Fry's to here back. You're going to be going all over the place. You take this car. And that's what I did, coming out of prison. And it just makes me think that there's no, if they don't have a support system like I had families, and I really talk about prison reform, how the fuck, when you put people in prison, there's no rehabilitation. They teach you to be an animal. And then they make you come out. You can't carry a gun. You can't vote. You can't get an apartment. But going back to prison reform, the fuck do these people do? I know hundreds of guys who didn't get visits. Families disowned them. Don't bother with them. The fuck do they do when they come out? Guys who were drug dealers, making 10, 15, 20,000 a fucking week. He's going to go flip hamburgers and McDonald's? So they worry about, guys repeating crimes, recidivism. They're not really worried about that. They're almost training you to do that. Thank God and that's how I started doing this social media. And thank God it blew up. I'm doing things in Hollywood. Thank God that went good. But it started with my family. It started with me getting a little break in life coming out. And I got a great parole officer. I know a lot of guys are going to say, a parole officer, great. Yeah, she does everything to help me stay on track and stay out of trouble. If I need to go to another state, I talk to her, boom, she makes it happen. Because she knows exactly what I'm doing. And thanks to her and my family, it's, I haven't gotten arrested. I have no intention of getting arrested, no intention of doing any kind of crimes. But that's a little bit of my story coming out. There's a hell of a lot more things that I went through, situations over here, all this stuff, working my way into Hollywood and how it started and where I am today. I'm out a little over 5 years. September was 5 years. So it's a little bit over 5 years. And hopefully, maybe someday, I'm on lifetime parole. Maybe someday, if I, stay straight, do the right thing, I'll get off this fucking parole. Not that I need it. I'm not complaining. I got a great parole officer. They're great. They don't bug me. They don't bother me. They trust me. And anybody trusts me, I always show respect that I will never abuse her trust. So it's not, but it's just to have that off my back is like a breath of fresh air. I could go out. I could smoke a joint if I feel like smoking a joint. I used to smoke when I was young. I don't know how I would react to it now. I'm probably too old to smoke a joint, but you never know. I don't know. Maybe some days I work 10, 12 hours. I'm tired. I'm not that crazy about television. So I'd sit down, listen to a little rhythm and blues, smoke a fucking joint, and hang out with some bitch. I hope Deborah's not listening to this. I'll be in trouble. Deb, I was only kidding about the bitch part. But anyway, so that's it. That's a little bit of my story coming out. If you want to hear more, if I get people asking me for more, I can give you more. There's so many things that happened. And I still go to the VA. everybody, how terrible it is. I don't know. Maybe it's because of me. It's not for me. They've been great with me. Good people. I walk in there. Thank you for your service. A lot of them know me now. A lot of them come over. Hey, Sammy, how you doing? They watch my videos, and so I don't have any horrible stories with the VA. I have all good stories, and I mean I got a couple arguments there, but nothing serious. But there's a lot more things. So I'm going to wrap it up for now. I'm like talked out a little bit, but so I'm going to give my usual adios. No, I don't think I'm going to do that. Nope, nope, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do something different. Adios, asshole.